Are you unharmed?
I'm fine. So it's gone? Ophidius, did you see anything after we got separated?
The thundering Mephis was nowhere in sight. But I did... I could face clearly. I heard him call himself. Caligula was a tyrant feared throughout Septimon's history. Notorious for his cruelty that defied reason, the world remembers. He didn't fight it. He embraced it, commanded its abominations, bent them to his will. In the end, the people rose against him, but not before he left a curse. I shall become the very history and of...
The power editions. Only a Harbinger could do that. Blair said she... If that's true, everything happening across Raguna might be tied to the Harbinger. She pulled me from the illusion. If she's the cause of this chaos, why help me? This isn't making sense. Harbinger, who are you, really?
Traces of the dimensional tacit field collapsed. The anchor stone is useless now. The signal is blocked by some sort of...
Augusta said the Dark Tide spoke to her when it swallowed her whole. My telepathic ability should give me a way in.
Telepathy? Your Grace is versed in many arts. I don't doubt your abilities, but this is the Dark Tide. Reckless contact could... I don't want to see another tragedy like what befell Septimont.
We're falling behind. The Discord Slayer knows far more than we do. I'm not letting any lead slip past us. I can't see anything. I'm only getting jumbled voices. Focus. I should be able to hear something.
Okay, everybody listen. Don't panic. Take the lift. It will bring you to...
The prototype echoes in the depository. Activate them.
Those voices. Zani and Carlotta? They're in Alvarado Vault. The Dark Tide creations could be appearing.
It's currently sheltering a large number of civilians.
Let's not waste time. We leave now.
Zani, status...
80% of Raguna's residents, but the troop of fools hit a storm while...
Trust them to see it through.
Miss Carlotta, we've cleared the depositories as ordered. Ready to...
Good. Renacita's greatest treasure.
Understood, ma'am.
Done. If you mean the incident in Raguna, you've likely already heard.
Evacuation here is still on track. Your assistance is appreciated, Seravid.
I am simply fulfilling my...
Strange. I clearly sense the Dark Tide's presence around here. So why does everything seem...
Gunfire! We've got intruders.
These Tidespawn, they've evolved fast. Mutation, and sure enough.
Entering a restricted zone armed without triggering a single alarm.
Be careful. Her abilities are not normal.
All this by her hand.
Fiction and reality are starting to blur. Don't put your faith in appearances. That is what they really are.
The Dark Tide can corrupt, and you carry its power. What proof do we have this isn't your doing?
You don't. Believe whatever you want.
By the sacred statues of the divinity, evil shall know no peace. Only the righteous may taste eternity. Wickedness shall be Galbrenna, demon wrought from ruin. You are not welcome here.
Fenrico? Why would he be here?
You have slaughtered my flock and ushered in ruin. The Sentinel's wrath is already upon you. I will cast you back into damnation myself before your carnage spreads any further. You should be howling in the Styx depths, your soul aflame in the pit's cruelest fire, forever.
If you're offering me a shortcut back to hell, I'd honestly appreciate the favor.
Your heart holds no reverence for the divine. Only desecration and Demon, your sins are ripe for judgment. By the highest will's command, I shall strike down all that you have wrought. Justice shall be done.
She could have dodged that. But she took the hit to shield the civilian. And Fenrico. He knew innocents were here, but didn't hold back at all.
Righteous One, I come to cleanse Rinascita of a traitorous demon and avenge the blood debts of my people. Why raise your blade against me? Rinascita teeters on the edge of collapse. Now, more than ever, we must uphold the tenets of unity and salvation. The path to deliverance lies within the civilization capsule. Entrust it to me. By the authority bestowed upon me, I will open the gates.
You're not Fenrico at all. You... Who are you? What do you want?
Bloodshed cannot be avoided. Blood must pay for blood. The path born of injustice must be fortified with further transgressions. My goal is pure, singular. All I've done so Rinascita survives the divine reckoning and rises as a land free from sorrow. No understanding is needed, only faith. When all hope seems lost, we are the beginning and the end. The absolution. Hand over the civilization capsule.
So, the civilization capsule is your goal after all. Lost your patience, have you?
Death is the fruit of transgression. To resist it is to defy the will of the divinity.
You and your divinity cannot end me. And these dark tide shams. Today, you face your reckoning.
I am the Enlightened One, anointed by the divinity and crowned by fate itself.
Ah, so you're the core of these abominations. Took long enough to hunt you down. Still pretending that mask isn't cracked.
Mocked by fate, whispering poison, a demon reviled by all. You wield the Dark Tide's power.
It's too bad I'm not the one judging. If the Dark Tide's power isn't enough to convince, how about we try this? The envoys declare the guilt, but Imperator is the only true judge. By the light of Imperator, repent! Looks like the judgment is clear. These hollow existences protect the civilization capsule. That's what they're really after. And the rest will collapse with it.
It's calling in more of them. We'll need to clear the rubble while waiting for our shot.
That which cometh from the sea shall walk upon the land. It shall work great wonders and mark the flesh of its faithful. Ears to hear, let them hear.
Last chance. This house.
All of you at once. I don't do overtime. All yours. Come at me. Reduce to dust. What a waste of time. Who's barely made of death? All yours. My shield can withstand more than that. Come at me. I don't have all day. All yours. That's a wrap. Come on.
Swift and resolute. The hour is upon us.
Ovidius, you have received the blessing of my master. Serve your true divinity.
I shall never back down!
Another dimension. Within the civilization capsule. But why does it open up now? Was it when Ovidius and I made contact?
Permissions detected, Arbiter. Imposed restrict. First instance initiated. All probabilistic futures now. Outcome verified. Blueprint compiled. Advancing to phase 2. Arbiter. This moment was all Arbiter. I grieve to say, I am but a message, set to activate. Time in this place flows near still. A moment remained when I merged with Leviathan. It seized a fragment of my mind, and with it, a trace of my. I knew not the fullness of its design. It records the origin. Once we drafted the first Arbiter. Heed me now. Let me unveil Renacita's beginning. The displaced and wandering did follow my guidance. They journeyed unto the archipelago. I did leave knowledge and technology, that they might walk the path to freedom.
Your light blesses us. We follow your will.
to build our republic. Unity became the bedrock of civilization. But Leviathan seized upon mankind's longing for unity to manifest civilization's shadow. Its volcano could face miracles, forged old race, feeding on stagnant, obedient lions.
Blessed by the sea. By you, we are unified. By you, we are born. From the sea we came, and to the sea we shall return.
From the founding of civilization, it had invaded their spirit and beliefs. Armies against it, only to unleash the dark tide. It scarred Renacita beyond measure. I began to question all I had done. The Trinity stood still to his fate. And ultimately guided Renacita's course. In truth, we both sought to mold civilization after our own will. Those who truly walked the land were never granted the right to choose. Civilization were bound with the mountains. No eternal solution doth exist. Have I the right to choose their fate? The civilization must belong to its people. Only the people can decide where their future must lead. What followed, thou already knowest. Once I did seek thy counsel. Thou granted me the freedom to choose.
I just have one question. Why did the civilization capsule need the Thrunodians' power to...
When Leviathan and I were one, I split a sliver of its freak. The capsule was ever meant for my hands. My design was...
What if... that resonator...
If that came to pass, then Renacita hath already fallen. And the truth. But if she standeth, Leviathan was born from the dark side of mankind's longing for unity. Their fear of the sea shaped its life. Even at civilization's dawn, it had already tainted mankind's heart. The opening of the capsule with the Renacitan's arbiter. The hour of farewell, when the shadows of the soul are at last dispelled. Renacita shall welcome a true dawn, and humanity shall have a future beyond any I could foresee.
The true faithful believed in Imperator. So too did Imperator believe in humanity.
You killed the Blessed Maiden before my eyes. Raguna's were actions. Now, Tell me what I need to know.
If I told you I acted to save Cartethia, would you believe me? This place is protected by Imperator. For now, Leviathan can't hear us.
Righteous One, trust her. And trust me. Everything we've done is to defeat.
That is her frequency.
I need you to accept this. Cartethia is dead, but she may still return. For that to happen, we need to kill Leviathan.
Kill Leviathan? Didn't she absorb it when they merged?
Now, Leviathan is on the verge of rebirth. It stole some of the Sentinel's power. During your battle with the Blessed Maiden, it split off a trace of its frequency and hid it in a gem. That gem ended up in the Fraxidus' hands. Their whole play in Rinasita, use it to bring back Leviathan.
So the Fraxidus has been incubating the Thenodian. How long has...
Perhaps longer than we can imagine. Even your clash with Cartethia may have been scripted. A setup to give Leviathan a shot.
You know about that? Just who are you, Discord Slayer? I can't imagine Cartethia keeping something that important from me.
Think of me as what I am. An Avenger hunting Leviathan. As for the rest... The next Harbinger of the Dark Tide has surfaced. Until we can find him or her, our first priority is to find them. If we don't, the Dark Tide...
You're saying this Harbinger is behind all the Dark Tide creations we're seeing?
Not all. The Harbinger resonates with Rinasita's darkest emotions. Those emotions act... If the emotion is strong enough and the Harbinger is near, those things evolve. They feed off the Harbingers. You've noticed it. The Tidespawn in Raguna are starting to mimic us. Which means... Exactly. I've always hunted the Dark Tide's creations. Each one shares slivers of thought and memory. I kill them, and I take what they know. They've been watching you. They want the civilization capsule. So, I followed you. Tracked your movements. Figured if I stayed close, sooner or later I'd find the Tidespawn's core. Maybe even the Harbinger. The capsule only unlocks with both the Sentinel and Trinodian's power. And it opened the moment you and that gladiator
You think it's Avidius. But you carry the Dark Tide's power too.
Caution is a virtue in a hunter. You're right. The Dark Tide is in me. But Leviathan stopped counting me among the living. And this power, it's mine now. Who I turn it against... You're welcome to try and stop me. But me? I'm not stopping it. When calamity strikes, I trust you'll know exactly where to point your blade. Huh. Good. Then hunt with me. Huh. The Sentinel's frequency is gone. I guess the time for talking is over. Leviathan's power is spreading, and this space is about to collapse.
Hopefully this helps.
The exit is at the end of this windtail. Stay on it. is accelerating. Our way out is closing fast. Faster! We're almost there!
Looks like you haven't run into too much trouble. It hasn't been long since you disappeared into the rift. Once that thing masquerading as Fenrico was slain, the other Tidespawn didn't last.
That was the last one. With the family's private Echo Arsenal backing us up, we held the line just fine.
Surely you didn't think we'd fall apart without you? We Raganazi are made of sternness.
This Phalian Beringal. When the core was destroyed, the other Tidespawn lost their form. For now, the vault is secure. At least, until then. I'd set up order terminals around the perimeter, though. They'll detect humanoid mimics and prevent new Tidespawn from forming here.
Might I ask?
Where's that gladiator from Septimont?
Seravidius made it out of the rift before you. But he didn't look great. Kept muttering about needing to stop the crisis. Then off he went, like a man on fire.
Give me your hand. I left a mark on Avidius during our fight earlier. With Baelor's power, I can tap into his sight. We'll find his trail.
I must move quickly. Silence, you maddening whispers! No, I'll be damned before I accept a fate like that. There must be something left I can still do. Happened twice.
He's headed for Thessalio Fells.
We've lost contact with Cantarella. The beacon on her end appears to have been destroyed.
Dark clouds are gathering over Thessalio Fells. Something is definitely wrong.
Very well, we'll hold the line. Zani, call in the family's transport echoes. We'll assist Brover where we can.
Don't complicate things. Put those echoes towards supply runs instead. Stay close. We're taking the sky route.
Is that your resonance ability?
One of them. I have the Tacit Discord Harpia within me.
Not an echo, but a Tacit Discord itself. So you can absorb them directly.
You can say that. Balor is one of many.
One of many. Now I'm really curious about you and your abilities.
If we live through this, maybe I'll tell you. But right now...
We need to find the Harbinger. Do you know how we can identify them?
First things first, they'll be corrupted by the Dark Tide. But the signs aren't always so visible. We'll have to look for associated side effects, and prepare for what they might bring. We've entered Thessalio Fells. I can already sense the Tidespawn up ahead.
That's a Thessalia member. We need to help him.
too late, my lady. My mind can't be fixed. Save your potions for those who still have hope. I only beg. Don't let me die a monster. Don't let me become Leviathan's puppet. Ah! I see it. The end times. Paradise. Descending at last.
She is... Why are you with her?
The Physalia bloodline's ties with Leviathan run too deep. Their ancient fears were the first to be awakened. This is the true horror of the evolved Dark Tide. It feeds on human Your family's antidote can still cure those lightly infected. But for those whose corruption runs deep, like him, their frequencies cannot. All we can offer is the dignity of dying as a human. Matriarch of Physalia, I understand the cruelty of such a choice. If you cannot strike the final blow, allow me.
Physalia blood must be ended by Physalia hands.
Thank you. May glory return to the Physalians.
The dead rest. The living march forward. The Physalia will never forget its fallen sons and daughters. Cartathea remains secure in the Physalia estate. But the divinity's statue began whispering in our minds. Then it was Leviathan's voice. Something happened.
It's very likely, Avidius. Right now, everything is riding on us finding
that Septimontian gladiator.
Oh. Lady Cantarella! Rover! Reinforcements? Thessalia Fells. It's already... Oh. Attention! Deploy all acolytes to set up temporary resonance beacons. Scattering the light of Genesis will hold back the Tidespawn.
Acolyte Phoebe! A cluster of Tidespawn is marching...
Avidius is our mission.
I'll use my forte to defuse the family.
We'll triage the wounded and fortify this...
Whether the Sentinel comes or...
Oh, light of Genesis, shield us! As we were at the dawn, so we stand today, as the Sentinel soldiers.
Give me that you have to see me like this. When the civilization capsule opened, I was dragged inside. A black frequency took hold of me, swallowed me whole. I saw Rinascitas' beginnings and the memories of so many of its people. I saw him too. Caligula. His face was like mine. He was my past and the future I am meant to inherit.
Leviathan used the Dark Tide's frequency to force those memories into him.
Yes, I once said that I would write my own story, define my own existence. But after I left that space, I suddenly felt the Tidespawn's movements. They were converging. But once again, I stepped blindly into the churning river of chaos. The Physalia's oldest memories awoke ahead of dawn emerging. My hopes and dreams, all of it was real. Why? From Septimont to Raguna.
Damn it. His mind is being consumed by Caligula's memories.
This is the role fate wrote for me. I am the one who glimpsed fate itself. And now, I will reveal it to me. But who can truly know the mind of fate? That crown glory of the old. Fate lies within the dark. We will not come back. I am nothing like you. There must be a way. That girl. Was she devoured by the tide too?
Wait! If you keep going, the dark tide will swallow you completely!
I know. The dark tide devours everything. Assimilates. It's already flowing inside of me. He's false, and I'll show it who's the real boss. Fate may be loud, but I don't think it's that strong. I don't.
A memory left behind in the dark. She's right. In this war against fate, I still have a move to make. I want it to be a story that gives people hope. By my spear, I vow to protect my allies and crush the hearts of the evil. I will absorb all of the Tidespawn. But the end's here. Avirius! I saw your past in the tide. I know what you seek to do. Take my power and finish.
Yes, I will. Give me all your bitterness. We will make them pay.
Pathetic as he was, in his final moments, he outran his fate. Now, why greet our reunion with animosity? Before the tides of fate, we are all but players on a stage. Scene. A pitiful, doomed soul struggling to reclaim his fate in the final act. Alas, his script was written long ago. In this scene, he was always fated to exit. A lie told often enough becomes the truth. Weave memory, history, but to become truly real, that path was still far off in the end. The breath that could... Oh, a being born of lies, grasping for meaning in a world that offers none. Such a pursuit demands the courage to question the meaning. Did you not see? I did. His intentions, and humanity fates play through contradictions and conflicts. Should you still insist on my cruelty? Well, high praise indeed. Go then, to Septimont. The curtain is drawing. There I shall rewrite Renacita's fate, with the dark tide as my... Will you suffer in sorrows?
You brought ruin to Renacita. You think you're just walking away?
My stage. But since you're so eager, I'll leave you with one final clue. The Dark Tide has already tainted the civilization capsule. It no longer requires the Threnodians' authority to be opened. So tell me, how could an existence born of the Dark Tide ever serve as its anchor of reality? Be forewarned. When dark waters recede, the truth beneath the surface.
The Harbinger of the Dark Tide is the anchor of reality of all Tidespawn. That means it must be a real, existing person. When I was absorbing the Tidespawn, I felt it. Avidius was also born of the Dark Tide.
Then, why didn't the Light of Imperator reveal his true form?
Because his intentions and words were real. He may not have shone as brightly as the sun, but in walking beneath its light, he still caught its glow. And that unshakable resolve not to become a pawn of the darkness, even unto death. That created his own truth. That's why he played right into the Quillbearer's hands. A scapegoat, the perfect sacrifice to bury the truth. All his noble wishes were twisted. Such cruel irony can rot for all I care.
Avidius shouldn't have had to bear such a fate. I will carry on his fight. I'll keep writing the story he believed in. The story that gives people hope.
Yes. As he wished. We must stop the greater tragedy that's coming. Let's return to Cantarella and check on the wounded. If Avidius wasn't the Harbinger, that means we think.